Hey, yeah, where you been, boy, where you been? Well, been damn near everywhere, y'all, man, for real. But I'm gonna give y'all the scoop right here, right now, before I start the story. My girl and along with my kids will be moving across town a few months from now. You know, I kind of just been dealing with how that's gonna affect me, you know, mentally and emotionally, not seeing my kids every single day. And I gotta accept it, you know. And these are the sins of the father, I'm gonna call them, because if I had my shit together, I would already be in a position for that not to even happen. My kids will already have their own room. We already got our own crib. Ain't gotta worry about my girl having to move with her parents because daddy ain't got shit in place yet. We getting there. We close. That's what the grind is about. But I kind of just been, you know, preparing, making sure I got somewhere stable to stay. Just planning out how I'm gonna see my kids and going back and forth, because where they're going, it'll be a good 25-minute, 30-minute drive. Highway, 20-25 minutes. Either way, that's a long way from your kids, you know. I'm no stranger to catching buses. I've been catching buses since I was 13 years old. But I would literally have to take 6 buses in order to get there and get back. You know, that's 2 hours out of my time that's not even spent with them. But no complaints, no crying, no bitching, no whining. I gotta lay in this bed that I made, wake up the next morning ready to do it again. We talked about it. Me and Kendra talked about it. We know it's gonna be hard, and we know we just gotta do everything that we gotta do to keep our family together. And I feel like our love strong enough, our loyalty strong enough to get through it. We've been through way worse. Y'all heard the stories. We've been through a lot. So something like this, small potatoes compared to what the past has showed us. On top of that, I'm full-fledged working my 9-to-5 job. I came up with a nice little system so y'all can get some content, if not every day, every other day. For my people showing love on that Survivor membership, I appreciate you. For my people still rocking with me on the regular Lieutenant membership, I appreciate you. For my people who still come through my page just to check to see if I dropped today, I appreciate you. I appreciate all y'all. All the support that y'all have given me, everything that y'all have done thus far. I appreciate it. If you ain't heard it today. Now, enough of all that. Let's get to the real reason why we're here. I got an addiction video for y'all. I'm gonna give you a story, but I'm also gonna go in depth about a certain topic that I feel like a lot of us can relate to. So without further ado, let's get into it. I go by D-Jack, but you can call me D. So I go extra hard on that hard flow. Call me D. Now, in the past few months, I've had to change groups because our meetup time was too early for me. You know, I work on my content so late that I'm talking about until 5 a.m. I'll be either writing a story, recording one, or editing it. And the group I was switched to was totally different. Not different as in bad, but I just wasn't as close-knit as the one I came from. You know, shout out to Christina, who used to do our check-ins and ask about our dosage and how we doing. And if anybody from my old group still watches my channel, I miss y'all, man, for real. One thing I also noticed was a lot of us were artists, from music, drawing, painting. It had me thinking that our people who were more artistic, more prone to addiction, you know, as the scientists say, we're more right brain thinkers as far as imagination and creativity versus folks who are more logical and analytical. You know, I didn't read too much into it, but I know creativity is based in the, what is it called, y'all? Prefrontal cortex. And they say that part of the brain for us as creators are lit up like a Christmas tree. I don't mean to bring Professor D out the box, but it's a good question. A lot of y'all I ran into on here, y'all artists, creators. But if I'm wrong, check my grammar, please. Which is my own personal slang for basically correct me or understand me. But for the people who actually have the correct info on what I'm talking about, let me know. But anyways, the group I'm in now, first off, let me apologize to my group manager for missing my last 2 Zoom sessions. With my 9-to-5 job, family, creating content, I'm beat the up mentally most days, but I'll definitely be there this Friday. You can guarantee it. We had a substitute person who would usually speak in our sessions and do regular check-ins, and honestly, I liked him. He was a real professional and relatable, made sure to speak with all of us in depth. Sometimes I can't tell if the person who's asking me how I'm doing with my sobriety is actually cares or is just doing their job. This guy, he was either very good at his job or just a real considerate, caring soul, because every person he's spoken with felt as if he was talking to you too. So not only did you find an answer or solution to your own problem or problems, but you ended up getting more than you asked for when he did it for somebody else, not even knowing you were having trouble in that area until it was said out loud. He's speaking with an older white woman, and I'll keep her name confidential, which is one of the rules of the group. We can't even have people in the room or talking in the backgrounds during our Zoom meetings. She's speaking about helping people. I recently had a story about just that. Check it out if you haven't seen it. She was saying how much energy and time she pours into others, always taking on burdens that she's not obligated to. Even took in an infant baby for a woman that she had just met recently. Now, y'all probably thinking what I'm thinking right now. She really does care for people. After she had finished, he asked her, "Why do you think you do this?" Basically saying it was unhealthy and counterproductive, especially for addicts or former addicts. It can be easy to backslide into using because all of that extra non-obligated stress you got going on. Her answer was she didn't know. She always was like that, always having a need to help others or put people before herself. And straight up, y'all, I was not prepared for my guy's response, yo. He told her it was more of a selfish response than it was selfless. Just in case you ain't checking my grammar, it was more of a selfish response than it was selfless. You're really doing this to please yourself, to make you feel better instead of helping because it's the right thing to do, or it's just your call of duty. Now, I'm not saying he said it directly like that's why she's doing it, but he was just kind of like giving a suggestion or giving advice. I got a little offended. In my mind, I'm saying, the fuck he means selfish? Like, I really do love doing for others with no expectation of a return. He broke it down the real way. There are things that people have done or said in the past that they aren't proud of or ashamed of, and now you're subconsciously trying to right your wrong. For a more direct example of what I'm saying, there was a guy I knew named Dulo. For the sake of the video, we'll call him Dulo, who had some type of condition that required him to be prescribed ditties, and a lot of them. Because of this condition, he looked weird, and to be the age he was, he wasn't getting a lot of play from women, if any at all. So when I came over to cop from him, I always brought a girl over or two who marketed themselves to other men, as I should say. I started doing this because the one time I came alone, I paid straight up price, no leeway. But I brung a girl just by chance the next time, and he lowered the price, trying to impress the girl. And as cruel as it was, it became a regular to bring girls with me so I can get a better price. I told myself in a moment I was doing him a favor also, so the price changed. It was deserved. More of a business proposition without any fine lining. I didn't pull up and say, "Hey, if I let these fine women smile at you for 10 minutes, you drop the price. All right, deal." No, it was pure manipulation. Playing on his feelings to need for a woman, all for my need for ditties. It's another day where I'm bringing one of the girls over. Now, this specific girl I brung over this time, I just did a story on her, Celine. I brung Celine over this time. And as I described her in that story, she a dark-skinned baddie, straight up and down. When I brung her in, he was fixated on her from the jump. Damn near had to a few times so we can get this transaction done because he just could not stop looking at her. She asked to go to the bathroom, and while she in the bathroom, he pulled me to the side and said, "Hey, you think shit, that's your girl?" "Nah, that ain't my girl." "Shit, man, what's up with her? Like, what's up?" "I don't know, bro. Shit, shoot your shot, man. Shoot your shot. You never know." "You know she ain't gonna mess with me, bro. You know that, bro." And I'm sitting there trying to give him positive reinforcement, and then he snap on, "Man, stop it, D. Look at me, bro. Ain't no chick fucking me unless I pay him, bro. I lost my virginity to a bop." I said, "What? To a what?" "To a bop, man. You know what a bop is, bro? Street walker, man. A whore, a hoe. Pay to play." For real? It makes sense. He lost his virginity at 21 years old. He didn't want to go past his 21st birthday without experiencing sex. He went and bought him a bop. He even told the girl it was his birthday, and she gave him an extra hour, like fixed him up, got him done. He tell me this long but short story about how he ended up falling in love with this bop. He didn't care that she sold herself on a daily. He would literally go out there as much as he could and try to take care of her, try to get her out the game, telling her, "I'll pay you, I'll do this, I'll make sure everything's straight. You ain't gotta do this, just come be with me." Like, he was that desperate. And when he told me this story, I felt so fucking bad after that. And I'm starting to think he capped. But I'm looking at this man. He ain't capped. He ain't telling no lies right now. Bro, imagine being born a certain way, something that you can't even control. And it's not like you can force somebody to be with you. It's their free will to be with you or not. It's not their fault you turned out like this. What type of life is that, bro? After he tell me the story, that's when I knew he was basically saying, hey, do she play for pay? And I was like, oh yeah, she like that. But I told him she expensive, bro. She not like everybody else. Like, you see she bad now. There ain't too many pics out here that's baddies. You don't find bad streetwalkers in Richmond. Out of all my years in this city, telling you the truth, bro, I've probably seen on one hand baddies that sell themselves out here. And if it's more than that, I don't know where they at. I ain't saying I want none, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna pay for none. I ain't never had to pay for none. I broke it down and kept it real with him. He sat there and told me his story, so I had to keep it real with him. So I was trying to get in where I fit in, you feel me? Like, no disrespect, bro. I ain't mean to, play on your feelings like that. But what you would've did? Nah, I wouldn't have did that, bro. And you can't even ask me that, bro. It ain't like I lived another life with a different face, bro. With a different body. Bro, breaking that shit down to me, dog, and that shit was, oh, man. I'm not a sappy nigga in person amongst other men, but this guy right here had me on the verge of the Denzel tier. Like, it was that bad. It was that, oh man, it was hurtful. At the most, man, I can see if she'll drop the price for you. You feel me? And he was like, yeah, see if you could do that. See if you could do that. So I go upstairs while she's still in the bathroom. I knock on the door twice. Boop, boop. Walk in. You know how somebody laughing, but they still trying to be quiet? She... Bro, don't laugh. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. And she...
Nah, don't tell me don't laugh, nigga, cause you fucked up. You did that. You knew what you was doing. This ain't on me. But I heard the whole conversation. I'm with it, shit. I look out for him. I feel for him. I feel bad for him.
And I asked her how much she gonna charge him. And she said, just what you said, half price. And I said, what's half price? You know I don't know.
A ball?
A ball? I said, hold on. So niggas pay $200 to smash? She looking at me like, nigga, where you been? Off the rip, to smash, to nut. You just paid $200 for 5 minutes, bro. As bad as I'm feeling right now, I said, all right, cool. I go in my pocket and I pay to play for. That was the first and last time I ever paid for some pee. So she tell me, go ahead, tell him I'm getting ready, and told him to be ready. So I go down there, walk up to him like, hey, bro, everything good? And look, I paid for it, so you good. You ain't even gotta pay it. For real, bro, you did that? Yeah, bro, yeah, man, that's my fault, man. That's my fault, bro. Like, he was happy as hell. Gave me 3 free 30s on the house on top of whatever else I bought. I'm like, bet, all love. I'm walking out the door and I see her walking down the stairs with nothing on. Down to the feet, nothing on. This is where the problem came. The same thing he did with this chick when he was 21, he did it with this one. He fell in love with her. And as y'all know, she had a pimp, Slickback. And Slickback was a man of few words, but a lot of violence. He would go knocking at her door, banging at her door every other night. And that one night, Slickback caught him banging at the door. And let's just say he ain't banging at the door no more. And I just felt like me using him for my own game got him beat up. Yeah, I ain't tell him to go do that. Yeah, I ain't put a batter in his back to go do that. That was his own, that's his own free will. He did that. But I put the wheels in motion. The whole situation would have never happened. But other than a story like that, for something that's more business related, I couldn't tell if I was doing it for the sake of doing good or just was looking for recognition. I told a little bit of this story a few times about my first channel, the Jack Shop, and it's now called Jack Shots, where I would support, promote, and push any and all local artists, from video snippets, shout outs, posters, all for the love of music in my home state of Virginia. From the giddy, I had a foolproof plan that could still work if I dedicate myself to this day. Step 1, I'm going to promote these rappers. 90% of them, they're going to see it, hit me up, and we build relationships. Us building relationships means a greater chance at collaborations with these artists, linking up with their producers, linking up with their managers, because we have a good rapport. Step 2, the more top 10 VA rapper videos I make, the more likely to catch on for somebody else to make the same type of videos. Therefore, creating a buzz around Virginia, which is not only going to be good for them, but good for me. Step 3, promote these rappers in a way that no one else is promoting these rappers or any other rappers. My idea was attributes. Now, if you played enough of Madden and NBA 2K and all that, you know what attributes are. If I give you all good reviews, sure, almost everybody expect the guy from VA to give the rapper from VA a good critique. But if I give you a bad review, people gonna check you out just because I said you was trash. But also, they gonna check me out, wondering who was ballsy enough to call this rapper trash in the first place. So yeah, either way you slice it, in both situations, I used someone else to gain what I wanted. But I beg the question, Is it really selfish if they stand to gain from it as much as you do? Or 10 times more even? But here's the thin line. If I cater to your feelings in order to feel better about my own, both parties win, right? But when that other party finds out your motives aren't real, that other party gonna hate your guts, and now you gonna feel even shittier than before. So your heart is giving you one motive and your mind is giving you another, but without you even knowing it. Any normal human being would instantly think they're a good person because of all the good deeds. But have we ever stopped and asked ourselves why we help others the way that we do? So that's what I did, right? I thought about the guy Kari I tried to help. I thought about my homegirl who went to rehab and got clean. I thought about Ayla from a girl named Ayla Story. Someone who was a total stranger to me. I helped her find her long lost father. And lastly, I thought about this channel. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying you're not a good person, even if you only started helping folks because of all the pain that you caused. Because most times, that's what births the good person you always were. But I'm saying either way, make sure you know why you're doing it. When that substitute counselor said those words, I instantly thought about all of y'all. For real. I wish I could screenshot some of my DMs from IG, Facebook. I swear it feel like that favorite family member that I ain't talked to since we was kids. That my uncle who did 10 years in prison and they just got home. Or my little brother and little cousin that look up to me for advice and I might check in on them from time to time. Because it feels that real for me. Simple things like saying I'm gonna drop something tomorrow and I don't drop it, it make me feel shitty. Like I let my people down. Or because I'm monetized now, what if I'm doing all this just for the money, but my heart just ain't caught up with my mind to notice it? Just hear me out, man. I know, hear me out. It's getting deep. Look, I remember this date, right? August 3rd, 2023. That is the day I dropped my very first addiction video on this channel, Call Me D. I wasn't monetized yet at the time. The video still stands as my most viewed story on my channel, sitting at over 5K. Yes, it's not a lot to the YouTube community, but for regular folk like me, bro, that's huge. To know that many people tune in and hear my story, and I've made an ass load of them after that. So check me out. Did I keep dropping them because I knew the numbers would eventually help me reach monetization and make some money? Or did I drop them solely to help others who fight in the same battle? I accepted the fact that it's both. Realistically, logically, we all have to survive life, having basic needs and responsibilities. So who doesn't want to make great money doing something they love to do, that makes you happy, that you're actually good at? And when I say good at, I mean that one thing to where it's not a thought, it's an action, bro. You already know what tools you need to fix any problem, how fast you need to go, where to put each piece. It's second nature. Now it's just about execution after that. Then on the flip side, after knowing I'll make money doing this, the thought of me helping hundreds and thousands and maybe even millions motivated me even more. That's my definition of an American dream, motherfucker. Making money doing what you love and helping others in the process. You can't beat that shit. What a fucking feeling. Not even rich type of money. I'm talking about just comfortable breathing room type of money. If what my counselor is saying is correct, I have to be honest. I've been selfish on this channel, trying to help others to help heal myself. You can almost say it's like using, looking for your next high, because this person commented, oh, you helped me get clean. You saved my life. I couldn't do it without you. And you get a quick release, replacing the memories of the shit that you did wrong, but it's temporary. And the real reason I keep wrestling with this is because deep down, I don't believe I'm the person that y'all watching right now. And that's the only conclusion I could see, because like I just explained, it should be clear cut, but it's not. Because if I really believed in this person y'all watching, I wouldn't even question or second guess my motives. For me now, this is just me. And for me, it all falls under forgiving myself. You know, I can say I forgive myself. I can even feel it, but there's an action that goes along with forgiving yourself, reconciling with the people that you think you can, repairing a bridge that you've burned. It's good to know that you're self-aware of what you've done, who you hurt, betrayed, lied to. But until you revisit those broken relationships and at least try to start fresh or right your wrongs, even if those people turn you down or tell you get the fuck out of here, nah, I never trust you again, at least you can say you tried. And because you tried, you now know in your heart that it's real. That you really want to change. Be better than the you that you think you still are. Damn, that was a bar. This is all speculation, by the way, and assumptions, because I ain't done the work yet to say it works. This comes from me just brainstorming off the cuff and putting things together, but it starts today for me. I got a list of people who I have not spoken to in a while. Most of them has been years, since my transformation. So I have to know that what I ask y'all to do every day, I can do it myself. And maybe after that, the way I think about myself will change. And I'll keep y'all updated after each person I talk to. And I know I started this as a story, but I'm glad it ended the way it did. And I hope y'all got something from it. And if it's anything you guys think that will help me on this new mission of mine, hit me up ASAP. Arm me with some info I might not have. Don't let your boy go in blind. And I would say the message I got for y'all today is, but I really felt like I already left you one. I don't know, man. It's just been a real emotional roller coaster for me in the past few weeks. I might needed to get that off my chest, and I'm glad I can do that with y'all. But that's all I got. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay positive, y'all stay sober. If you ain't moving, you losing, my boy. And we out.
Call me, D.
Hustler talk, no comment though, just paper chase. Chasing my dreams, my nightmares ain't got no money. Just a cardboard sign and they existing so bummy. And they want me down with them at the bottom of the barrel.